3 days before what was supposed to be the happiest week of my life. My fiancée sat across from me with a seriousness I had never seen before. Her tone was calm, almost businesslike, and that alone made my stomach tighten. I thought she wanted to talk about wedding stress or family issues, something normal before a big day. Instead, she placed a folder on the table and slid it toward me. Inside were printed documents, numbers highlighted in yellow, and notes written in her neat handwriting. She looked me in the eye and said she wanted 35% of my company, and she wanted it settled within 3 days. At first, I laughed, thinking it was a strange joke. My company was my life's work, built from years of sleepless nights, failed ideas, and personal sacrifices. I asked her why she would even think of something like that. She explained that since we were getting married, everything should be shared. She said she deserved security and influence, just in case things didn't work out between us. Her words sounded rehearsed, as if she had practiced them many times before. I tried to reason with her, explaining that marriage didn't mean signing away ownership of a business. I offered alternatives, like a fair prenup or long-term financial planning. She shook her head and said that wasn't enough for her. The conversation quickly turned cold. She gave me an ultimatum: agree to her demand within 3 days, or she would reconsider the marriage. Hearing that made something inside me quietly break. That night, I barely slept. I replayed every moment of our relationship, searching for signs I might have ignored. I realized how often she had asked about profits, investors, and exit plans rather than my well-being. The next morning, I met with my lawyer and my business partner. I showed them the documents she had prepared, and their reactions confirmed my growing fear. This wasn't love. It was a calculated move. My lawyer uncovered something even more disturbing. She had already spoken to a legal consultant without telling me, asking how she could claim ownership after marriage. That betrayal cut deeper than the demand itself. I decided to stay quiet and observe. Over the next 2 days, I listened carefully as she talked about our future, constantly slipping in comments about our company and my shares. Her impatience grew as the deadline approached. On the 3rd day, I invited both our families to what they thought was a wedding planning meeting. The room was filled with excitement, smiles, and assumptions about a happy future. I stood up and calmly explained that the wedding was canceled. Gasps filled the room as everyone turned toward me in shock. My fiancée froze, her face losing all color. I then revealed the truth. I explained her demand, the documents, and the ultimatum she had given me. I showed copies of the papers to our parents so there could be no confusion. She tried to defend herself, saying she was only protecting her future. But the words sounded hollow when spoken out loud in front of everyone. The love story she had carefully presented began to fall apart. Her parents looked at her in disbelief, while mine sat silently beside me, finally understanding my decision. The room felt heavy, as if the truth had taken all the air with it. She accused me of humiliating her and ruining her life. I replied calmly that trust, once broken, could not be rebuilt with excuses or pressure. Walking away from the wedding was painful, but staying would have been far worse. I realized that marriage should be a partnership built on respect, not leverage. In the days that followed, rumors spread quickly, but I didn't try to defend myself. Those who mattered knew the truth, and that was enough. I focused on my work, pouring my energy back into the company I had almost lost. The relief I felt surprised me, as if I had escaped something dangerous without realizing it. Looking back, I'm grateful she revealed her intentions before it was too late. Losing a fiancé hurt, but losing my integrity and life's work would have destroyed me. Sometimes the hardest decisions are the ones that save you. And although the wedding never happened, I walked away with something far more valuable than a ring, clarity and freedom.